One of my earliest memories is of an experience which resultantly left me with what has now become an obsession, the art of deception with playing cards. Since that moment, I've continually strived to inspire and delight people's imaginations by fusing these two bizarre elements to construct profound, precious, and surreally shocking moments of wonder. Cool, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to take out one card. Let's go for this one. Okay, I'm going to take one card out. Yeah, stick with that one. No. Okay, let's go for this one. Alright, let's put these away. So, I have a card here, okay, and your name is? Louise. Okay, I want you to think of any card. Okay, I'd like you to think of a card. You have no idea what this playing card is? Yeah. No, I want you to think of any card, okay? Get a card into your mind. Can you do that for me? Alright. Yeah? Yeah? And then just name it out loud. 4 of hearts. There we go. The Jack of diamonds? Yeah. Wow. Wow. 10 of clubs.
No.
Is this it? The right card?
One in Paris. Wow. One in Paris.
Unbelievable.
Go for it.
No.
Yeah?
10 of hearts.
I had 9 of hearts. That was so close. So close. Come in. All right, come and have a seat. Thank you for joining me today. Really appreciate it. So again, your name is
Henrik.
Henrik. Say hello, Henrik. And it was Christopher, and then Okay, not too good with the accent, but I'll call you Bernard.
Yeah.
Great. So you'll notice that sitting in front of you right now, and it's important just before we get into this, we've never met before, we don't know each other, no. So sitting in front of you is a box, very lovely little box, and this box is, as you can see, locked. There's a padlock on this box, and this is a 3-pin combination padlock, okay? Now on each one of these dials there are 10 numbers, 0 to 9. So that means that there are exactly 1,000 combinations or permutations that this padlock can be set to, and of course only one of those will unlock the box, okay, only one, all right? Now I would like you all to think of a card, think of a playing card, get a playing card inside your mind, okay, keep it a secret, don't name it out loud, but think of a card. You have a card in mind, okay, and it's important that they're not, you're not thinking of a picture card like a jack or a queen or a king, they are, you know, number cards, yeah, makes sense? Yeah. And you've all got one? Yeah. Perfect, okay. One last thing. Would you just have a little play with that padlock? Just change the combination a few times. Just going to move this so the camera can see. Yeah, just move the dials around. Give it a little target. It's a regular padlock that's not going to open. You can change the numbers a few times, and you could really do this all day. Okay, it would be highly unlikely that you would end up getting the correct combination. There is only one that works. Now you're all thinking of a card. Okay, I would like you one at a time to reach forward and to set the number of the card that you're thinking of, the value of the card, into the padlock. So you're thinking, let's say you're thinking of a 7. Okay, if you were thinking of a 7, you would scroll that through until it ended up with the 7. If you're thinking of an 8, you would position this dial to the 8 position, a 9, a 9. It makes sense? Cool. So don't tell me what the card is, but just set this top bit to the value of the card that you're thinking of. Does that all make sense? Yeah. Great. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go sort of consecutively down. If you can start with the top one. Brilliant, you've set it to a 2, so your card is a 2. Okay. Christopher, if you could do the same thing, so that middle dial there, yeah. Whatever card yours was, you set it. A 1, so you were thinking of an ace. Cool. And Bernard, if you could do the same. Let me know when you've done that. Yeah, cool. So all of these little dials are now in position, okay? If this is the correct combination, which don't get your hopes up, that would be ridiculous. If this is the correct combination though, this lock at this point will of course open. Christopher, would you just sort of put out your finger and thumb, and I'd like you to just hold on to the padlock and just slightly pull it forward. Did you feel that? That reaction there is the reaction of realising that out of 1,000 different combinations, you guys from cards you were just thinking of happened to unlock that padlock, a padlock which you had played with before. You knew it was genuine. Now I'm just going to unwind this and we'll take the padlock out. Let's place it to the side. What do we have? Turn that around. 2, 1, 6. I'm going to undo the latch. There is something inside this box. Cool, so thank you both so much for joining me here today. It's Andy, isn't it?
Yes.
Good to see you, Andy. And Liz.
Hiya.
Thank you so much. So what I'm like to try is something which might be a little bit unsettling. Is that okay? Yeah, before we continue, I need to make sure that you know that and you're happy that this could be something that might be a little bit creepy.
Okay.
Yeah? All right, cool. So let me explain what I've got. I have 2 cards, the 2 queens, Queen of Spades and the Queen of Clubs. And I'm going to get you each to choose one of these. So, ladies first. Liz, you can either have the club or the spade.
Club.
Club, cool. Andy, that leaves you with the spade. Alrighty. And you can just leave those cards on the table. We'll come back to those in a moment. So the idea of kindred spirit has been something that's always fascinated me. It's the idea that 2 separate entities can form such a strong bond that they can create an emotionally powerful and spiritual connection. Now obviously these are just 2 cards and you know that, But for the intents purposes of this trick, I want you to extend your imagination and believe that these two cards really do possess a kindred spirit, the ability to sense one another's true feelings. I don't know if either of you can kind of relate to that with your own friends, or it kind of make a bit of sense, that whole feeling of kindred spirit. You can relate to that?
Yeah.
Cool, well in which case, Liz, I think this might work best with you. Yeah, so Andy, obviously you're going to still be involved. Yeah, let's try this with you, Liz. If you could place out your hand, okay, and this Queen of Clubs, I'm just going to place it on top of your hand. And I'm going to ask you, you can stay sat, but I'd like you to just face the wall. So if you just turn your body a little bit, keep the Queen on top of your hand. And I want you to keep listening, just relax, and also close your eyes, that's important, okay? Great, and I will tell you when you're allowed to turn back around. Great. Okay, Andy, this is where it gets exciting. There is something inside here. Now I realise I haven't showed you this yet, I will show you right now. And it's important you complete silence for this. I don't want Liz to know what's about to happen now. So I'm just going to take this off. Inside here is one of these, and obviously you will recognise that. And can I get you to pick it up? Okay, and if you can, try and hold it at your fingertips. Great, and let's just make sure the camera gets to see that as well. All right, and if you can just hover your hand above this Queen, that's great. Just hold on to that for a moment. Now Liz, I want you to keep your eyes closed. I want you to concentrate on the card that's on your hand. Notice how it feels, and just think about that card. Okay, that's great. All right, here we go. Now Liz, I want you to tell me, have you noticed any change in how that card feels? Any?
Just kind of colder.
Feels a little bit colder. Okay, that's perfect. Keep the card on your hand. Keep the card on your hand, that's fine. And if you lift up your hand. Okay, put that back in there. Okay, I'm going to ask you again, do you feel any difference, any change in the card?
It's gone back to normal, I think.
It's kind of back to normal. Okay, all right. You're doing great, by the way, Liz. Keep the card in your hand, keep facing forward, keep your eyes closed. Let's try this, let's try something slightly different. Andy, if you could pinch onto that card, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, Liz, I'm going to ask you the same question. Can you notice any difference in that card? Any sensation, any feeling? What are you feeling? Tell me now.
Warmer, maybe? Warmer, yeah.
Feels a little bit warmer. Noticeably warmer, or just warmer because it's not as cold as you said it was?
No, noticeably warmer, yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. And what about now?
It's gone back, yeah, it's just normal again now.
Kind of back to normal. Okay, that's really interesting. Liz, I will explain all of this in a moment. If you could turn back round, you can face us, you can open your eyes, you can relax. We're going to try one last thing, all right? I would like you, Liz, to hold on to this Queen, okay, just pinch it there. And I want you to look at the face of the Queen, okay, so just her face. And you can obviously blink and everything, but just keep looking towards the Queen. Andy, there's one last thing I'd like you to do. I'd like you to think of a memory. It can be absolutely anything at all, from any age, but just so it's not too abstract, think of something, and I won't ask you to name what it is either, so you can really think of anything. I want you to think of a memory which is either positive or negative, okay, so not too abstract, just something that either was a happy time or a sad time. I won't ask you to say what it is, but do you have something in mind? Okay, and whatever it is you have in mind, does it sort of form a picture? Can you kind of take a mental snapshot of what that is?
Yeah.
Cool. I want you to concentrate on that image, and in any way you can amplify it. So if there's any colours, make them brighter. If there's any sound, you can make them louder. Really, and close your eyes as well, and really amplify whatever it is you've got in your mind. Kind of play it over and over again like a movie. Okay, all right. I'm interested to know what this is. If you could, I won't ask you, if you lift up your hand, okay, I want you to spread out your hand flat. Okay, I'm just going to bring it over the Queen. And Liz, I want you to keep on looking at that Queen's face. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Did you? Okay. Now there was a reaction then. As soon as your hand hit the table, what happened, Liz?
She smiled at me.
You're saying the Queen smiled at you?
She smiled at me.
That's ridiculous. Andy, I'm guessing the idea I was trying to connect a thought across to Liz. The memory you were thinking of, was it positive or negative? It was a positive memory, and I think that positivity has somehow travelled over towards Liz. You said you saw the Queen smile. Now, I mean, you can look at that. That really is a normal Queen. There's no way that could have been the case. But you swear you would have seen that. I'm going to say that has worked out far better than I thought it would. I thought there might be something, but that was that was amazing. I know I know you have lots and lots of questions. Wow, Andy, thank you.
No, thank you
really appreciate that. Liz, that was amazing. I'm sure you're really freaked out. Let's relax. Let's go have a drink, and that is that.
I'm really weirded out.
As soon as my hand went down, I just literally go.
She went like, what? It's a saucy memory, Andy.
No, it wasn't. It was my brother pushing a little blue wheelbarrow around and falling over when he was a little kid. When we were about 8. I think that's a happy memory.
So Laura, thank you so much for coming here to join me. I'm sure you want to know what this is all about.
Very much so.
Just before we get into it, I want everyone to know that's watching at home that we haven't set anything up. I gave you a call about a week ago and I asked you, would you meet me here at this time on this day to take part in a video, to take part in a trick? And you very kindly said yes. And that's all true, yes?
Yeah.
And now I want to explain what this is all about. I'm sure you're dying to know. So I'm going to get you to choose a card, okay? I'm sure you probably thought it might be something a little bit bigger than that, but there is more to it. I'm going to get you to choose a card, but I'm going to give you half an hour to make that decision, 30 minutes to choose one card. And the reason I'm giving you so long is because I want to ensure that whatever card you choose has been a completely free and fair decision. So I'd encourage you to change your mind as many times as you like. Being a magician, you might already have a favourite card, like a Queen of Hearts, or I don't know what your favourite card might be, but maybe don't go for your favourite card. Go for something that just try and catch me out, okay? And do change your mind as many times as you like. If you prefer, you can just think of the first card that comes to mind and stick with that, and then you've got half an hour to relax. But the more thought you put into this, the more that you'll sort of take away from it. So,
Am I staying here?
I'm going to get you to stay here. I'm really sorry about the weather, but hopefully it'll be all right.
At least it's covered.
Yeah, you're covered. It's not going to get too wet. So I'm going to hand you a pack of cards. I don't want you to take them out of the box. I'd like to place this pack right now so everyone can see that this pack goes inside your pocket. So if you can place it inside your pocket. And I don't want you to take them outside of your pocket until I come back, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to leave, I'm going to have a little explore, and I'll give you half an hour.
Leave me for half an hour.
I'm genuinely going for half an hour. This isn't a joke.
Okay.
And in that time, keep thinking of a card, okay? So rather than physically taking one out, I'm going to get you to mentally kind of remove a card, okay? To think of a card. You're going to be perfect. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Cool, I shall see you in half an hour. All right, I hope
Bring me
it
baked
stays
tea.
warm enough.
Okay.
Bye-bye. you must be freezing.
I
I don't know if you've been following the time. That wasn't quite half an hour. It was more like 25 minutes.
have been following
You
the
didn't
time.
think I was actually going to leave you for that long, but I have. But if people watching, I really have just left you for about 25 minutes.
Did, and I'm bloody freezing.
I'm so sorry, and thank you so much for doing this. So
Okay.
you should at this point have a card in your mind. I'd be kind of surprised right now
Yes, I do.
if you didn't.
Yes.
So you're thinking of a card. You haven't taken those cards out of your pocket, no?
No.
Cool. For the first time, go ahead, take them out of your pocket, but don't take them out of the box just yet. Just take the box out.
Okay.
Great. And I'm gonna I do this at my fingertips. I'm gonna take the cards out of the box. Just before I do, what was the card you were thinking of? For the
You want
first
me to
time.
tell you?
Name it out loud, yeah.
9 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds. Okay, now you've had a long time to think about this. Was
Yes.
there obviously many other cards that you thought
Yes,
of?
yeah,
Yeah?
there was, yeah, but
Um,
no, I'm very happy with my choice.
You ended up settling on the card, and you don't want to change it at this point?
No, not at all.
Absolutely, okay. You're committed to the 9 of diamonds. So I'm going to take the cards out of the box for the first time, okay? I'm going to spread through,
It's disappeared from the deck.
and
Very so
that would be a good trick, but that's not quite what I'm going for here. I'm going to spread through. The cards are beginning to get a little bit wet now. There is the 9 of diamonds. I would like you to pinch onto that, okay? Just to
Okay.
pinch onto that card and keep it face up, okay? I'm going to show you all these cards are completely different. And obviously you could have thought of any one of these cards, even the Joker. I don't know if that crossed your mind at all.
No, I didn't even know it was in there.
Now, just before I explain this, still keep it face up. Have a look. All these cards are blue. This is a blue back pack of cards. Earlier on, before I came here, I sat down and I thought long and hard about this exact moment, and I took one card out of a red pack and I exchanged it for one card out of a blue pack. Now you've just seen that all of these are blue, and they genuinely are. I'll let you keep this pack when we finished.
Okay, yeah.
The one card we haven't yet
It's
turned
red.
over. It would match your hair. Have a look, Laura, turn it over. Please,
Really?
have a look, yeah. Thank you. Wow, that was
that was,
amazing.
that was pretty amazing. Yeah.
It's absolutely freezing. We're both pretty soaked. I think we should maybe head off and get a drink.
I think I'm gonna need
Keep
one.
keep that. I'll even give you the box. You can obviously examine all of these. These are now yours. Again, thank you so much for being in this. I hope it was worth the cold and the wet and all of that.
Wow. Buy me a drink and maybe.
Awesome. All right, let's go.